He is on the cover as one of the 100 most influential companies.
Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively get yet another fake PR award from Time magazine.
Ryan Reynolds just got caught doing something really sneaky. He's been using his famous friends to help him get onto important magazine lists, even though he didn't really deserve it. And guess what? His wife Blake Lively is doing the exact same thing. They're using these fake awards to make people forget about all the trouble they're in with lawsuits and angry people online.
Blake Lively was also one of the 100 most influential people in the world based on the fact that they gave some money to charity 6 years earlier.
For years and years, everyone kept talking about how amazing these two were together. People said they were the perfect married couple and everyone's favorite famous people. But guess what? Now we can see that it was all fake. Their whole perfect life that they showed everyone is falling apart right in front of us. And no matter how many cute pictures they post or funny jokes Ryan makes, nothing can fix this big mess anymore.
Time magazine exposing deceptively manipulative and I'm gonna say corrupt media organization.
The Time magazine thing alone showed us how badly these two are trying to keep their fake image alive. Do you really think people are so dumb that they wouldn't notice? Here's a couple that's been in lots of legal trouble and everyone's been mad at them online. Then suddenly, they get honored like they're amazing heroes who changed the world. Come on. Their PR team, the people who help make them look good, is totally messing up. The fake covers are coming off and now everyone can see the ugly truth about them.
He is on the cover as one of the 100 most influential companies in the world. And Maximum Effort, which is this company, is being celebrated. And everyone's like, how much did he pay for this cover? I don't know.
Blake and Ryan Reynolds didn't just want to be regular rich people. No way. They wanted to be like Hollywood kings and queens. But here's the thing. You can't become royalty by making sneaky deals and getting fake awards. And you definitely can't do it by tricking the news people. The problems started showing up the second Time magazine decided to help them with their little plan to fix their image. And now everything they built is falling down.
The fact that he even had to answer it in this forum shows it's impacting his business. So he can keep denying it all he wants, but this Jedi mind trick that they're pulling on all of you, this PR spin, don't accept it.
Let's talk about that Time magazine mess for a minute because it shows how desperate they are. Blake Lively somehow got on the list of Time's 100 most important people. When you look at why, it's really silly. They found an old donation she gave to the NAACP way back in 2019. Yeah, 2019. We're supposed to believe that something she did 6 years ago suddenly makes her one of the most important people in 2025. Come on, that's not just stretching the truth, that's like doing impossible gymnastics.
Blake Lively got this fake award from Time 100. One of the most influential people of 2025, yeah, because she gave a donation to the NAACP back in 2019.
And while everyone was giving Blake strange looks about her magical rise to being important, Ryan Reynolds just happened to get his company Maximum Effort listed as one of the most important companies too. What a crazy coincidence, right? Or maybe not, because when you look deeper, you find the same sneaky connections that always seem to show up around these two.
I'm sure Ryan Reynolds is making a ton of money from his company.
Time magazine isn't just an innocent, trustworthy place anymore. The guy who owns it now is Mark Benioff, who's the CEO of Salesforce. And surprise, surprise, he has close connections to Hollywood power players like Ari Emanuel. You know who Ari Emanuel is? He's Ryan's agent. It's funny how all these rich famous people keep going to the same parties, the same events, the same little rich person playgrounds, and somehow everyone keeps getting magazine covers, awards, and fake praise, right when they need to clean up their public image.
They went to Time magazine and made a whole deal. Not only are you going to get your wife an award, which you guys need right now, and we'll get a civil rights attorney to step up and vouch for her. We're then going to wait a few months and then we'll promote your business. We're going to put you in the Time 100 company so you can then not only get the attention, you can then use all your businesses, which make you all the money.
There are real photos floating around of Mark Benioff and Ram Emanuel Ari's brother being all friendly at events, smiling for cameras, making business friends right out in the open. And you're telling me none of this is connected? Please. At this point, even their biggest fans are wondering if these Time magazine honors are real achievements or just expensive ways to make them look good with help from their insider friends.
You can then not only get the attention, you can then use all your businesses, which make you all the money and help show your businesses that you're still valuable. Oh, and we'll also throw in a big gala that you can bring Blake's mom to, and you can talk about how important DV is. It's going to be a perfect fit. What do you guys think?
Meanwhile, their fans are turning against them. Social media isn't as easy to control as Ryan probably hoped. The cracks in their perfect couple story are wide open now, and the angry responses are getting louder. People are seeing their staged, photo shoots for what they really are, desperate ways to distract everyone from the mess behind the scenes. And speaking of desperate distractions, where the heck did Blake Lively disappear to after her so-called legal win? You'd think someone who loves Instagram as much as Blake would be throwing herself a party all over social media the minute the lawsuit drama calmed down. But nope, complete silence. And that's pretty darn suspicious. Remember the last time the lawsuit headlines looked good for her? She was on Instagram within minutes celebrating, pretending to be the proud defender of victims, making sure everyone knew she was standing up for what's right. But this time, total silence. And people noticed. Her disappearing act completely goes against her whole public personality. One minute she's all about being loud, standing for justice, fighting the good fight. The next minute she's gone into hiding the second the story stops helping her. It's almost like all that activism talk was just another PR stunt. Shocking, right? Legal insiders have been whispering about it too. The Baldoni lawsuit, yeah, the one that's looking more and more like a distraction trick than real justice. That whole situation is still spiraling out of control. And Blake's team is working overtime trying to avoid being held responsible. But her silence isn't making the situation go away. It's making it worse. The internet is mean, and the more she tries to avoid the backlash, the louder it gets. The funny thing is, even with all the staged wins and carefully planned PR moves, their reputation is still in freefall. Their fan base isn't buying the perfect image anymore. The public appearances feel forced, awkward, and desperate. And the more Blake and Ryan try to hold on to their fake Hollywood power couple fantasy, the more obvious it becomes that their empire is held together with duct tape and panic. But honestly, the fakeness is the most ridiculous part of all this. They love to parade around as activists when it helps them. Ryan cracks his corny jokes. Blake plays the supportive, outspoken wife. They both put on the "we're just good people" act. But when it comes to real accountability, silence, hiding, dodging their selective activism is as fake as those Time magazine awards, and people are finally catching on. The empire they built on carefully staged photos, insider connections, and fake awards is wobbling. And for once, no amount of sarcastic Deadpool humor is going to fix it. The fan base questioning them now isn't just internet trolls. It's people who actually supported them for years who are waking up to how staged and fake this whole image really is. And you know what? It's about time. They wanted to be Hollywood royalty, the lovable couple everyone envied, but the cracks are exposed. The foundation is crumbling, and the world is watching the downfall play out in real time. No fake awards, no Instagram filters, and definitely no insider favors are going to patch this disaster together.
Ryan Reynolds had a dig at Justin Baldoni. Again, this is what he does. So Page 6 was reporting on it, saying that Ryan Reynolds makes thinly veiled dig at Justin Baldoni as Blake Lively legal battle takes unexpected turn.
The man has been on a full-blown PR parade, taking subtle but, let's be real, painfully obvious shots at Baldoni while at the same time painting himself as the ultimate success story. You'd think after all the chaos surrounding his wife and that fake lawsuit, he'd have the decency to shut up. But no, Ryan's out here bragging that the controversy has actually helped his brand grow. That's right. This guy's showing off that turning someone else's reputation into roadkill is somehow a genius business move. Ryan Reynolds is out here preaching about being responsible and honest on every platform he can find. But the second his audience starts asking real questions, he shuts down comment sections like he's trying to put out a fire with a blanket made of lies. If your idea of being honest is silencing your own followers, then yeah, Ryan might have just invented a brand new definition. He plays both sides. One moment he's the relatable, self-putting down millionaire next door. The next he's smugly making fun of Baldoni like he's better than everyone. But smart people see through it. You don't shut down social media if you're calm. You do it when you're trapped in a corner, period. And just when you thought the performance couldn't get faker. Boom. Here comes James Vushka. This guy was helping Blake's team push their story. He filed legal papers and everything, but then he switched sides, said he was pressured, ditched Daily Mail's corporate lawyers, and hired a legal shark, Mark Geragos. You don't bring him in unless it's serious business. Now the cracks in Blake and Ryan's PR machine are wide open. Vushka got whistleblower status. That's not some headline stunt. It's proof of how far they allegedly went to protect their image. They didn't just try to manage the media, they tried to own it. But now, insiders are breaking away from them. The house of cards is shaking. Ryan's whole brand, one giant PR fairy tale. Behind the sarcastic charm and all shucks attitude is a man obsessed with control. You don't build a company like Maximum Effort to make people laugh. You build it to steal attention, spin failures, and keep yourself trending. Sound familiar? Let's talk about Green Lantern, the biggest flop of his career. He turned it into a quirky origin story for his PR empire. Same with the Peloton ad drama. Remember that mess? Ryan swooped in with an aviation gin ad, turned outrage into promotion, and boom, everyone calls him a genius. But let's be honest, it was taking advantage of people with a smirk. And don't get me started on Wrexham FC. Ryan acts like buying that football club was about heart and community. Nah, it's about branding, making money from documentary shows, and selling merchandise. Every teary-eyed stadium shot, another PR scene. Nothing more, even worse. He still holds on to this humble guy image. But how can you be humble while using charm as a weapon, dodging accountability, and making fun of critics the moment they speak up? His interviews contradict each other. One second he wants approval. Next, he doesn't care what anyone thinks, which is it. And let's not ignore Blake in this. Her lawsuit against Baldoni sketchy at best. She's selling hard seltzers while dodging questions, hiding behind product launches and silence. Accountability, only when it helps her brand. Both of them wrap themselves in fake virtue, showing off their Time magazine covers like shields. But here's the truth. Real influence can't be bought. Ryan, it's not a photo shoot, it's action. And your biggest accomplishments lately? Spicy gin ads and backhanded interviews. The truth is leaking, the charm is cracking, and the empire of fake relatability is falling apart in real time. Let me know in the comments, how long do you think Ryan and Blake can keep up the act? Hit that like button if you're tired of the PR puppetry, and don't forget to subscribe. We're peeling back every layer.